What's up, you guys? It's your girl Tirza, aka Love TN. Whatever you want to call me is fine with me. Out of them two options, of course. Don't be calling me no, heifer and then. But anyways, I am here and I am back for another video. And if you guessed by the thumbnail, it's my breast reduction story. So I'm so excited to be doing this video for you guys. I know when I was getting my breast reduction done, before I was getting it done, I was like researching like crazy. I watched about 100 breast reduction videos. I'm exaggerating, but I watched a whole lot of breast reduction videos on YouTube just to get information, to figure out what I was going through and all that kind of stuff, and it really helped me. So I figured, why not do one on my own for myself from my own experience? So here we are. And before we get into the video, don't mind me, just got on my dashiki. I went to go see Black Panther for the second time, and it was amazing. Okay, just like the first time. So if you have not gone to see it, y'all need to go see it, because I'm telling you, it's like life-changing. Especially if you're in any type of the arts, like me. If you like to act, if you like to sing, if you like to rap, if you like to whatever you like to do, if you want to be in the industry, I don't know, I feel like it gave me a boost. It was just so inspiring, man. From the cast to the actual film itself, the director, like, it was just amazing, and it just gave me this jolt to just like get my life. So if you just need something to kind of boost you up besides the Lord and Jesus, watch that movie. Like, it will do it for you guys, and it will just make you want to like strive for greatness, because I'm pretty sure even maybe 10 years ago, those people didn't realize the greatness that was going to come out of this movie. And so it just encouraged me to keep going, baby, because your dream is worth it. Do you hear me? But anyways, back to the video. So yeah, like I was saying, before I got my breast reduction done, I just wanted to research everything. So I figured I'd do this for you guys. And then also, I didn't see many videos on the procedure that I got done. I mean, it was a breast reduction, but I actually had an FNG, which is a free nipple graft breast reduction. And that's basically when they detach the entire nipple and have to reconstruct and then put it back on as a graft. So I wanted to come from my point of view, let you know, just what I thought, how it went, and everything like that. So let's get right into this. So I had my surgery on February 5th of this year, so like 2 weeks ago, and it was amazing. I first wanted to just tell you guys, if you are interested and you really don't even know how to go about getting a breast reduction, unless you're just rich like that and people or you can afford to just pay outright for a breast reduction, you're gonna need insurance. And so what I did was I went to my PCP. I let him know that, no matter how much weight I lose, no matter how much exercising I do, no matter what I do, these boobies was not going nowhere. Or should I say those boobies, because they've gone. Hallelujah! But I let him know that they weren't going anywhere. And that, I just was sick of them. They caused shoulder pain. I have grooves in my shoulders that will probably be there for almost ever. Let me see if I can show you. These grooves, yeah. I've had those grooves for a long time, because I've had a big chest for a long time. So it will probably take years and years and years, and prayerfully lots and lots of cocoa butter. But I'm hoping that with those things, they will start to fade away over time, because that just ain't cute in the summertime when I want to wear, my off the shoulder shirts. That's just not cute. But it's just one of the things that over time, the wear and tear of having a big chest will do to you, those grooves. And then also, my back would hurt all the time. Like, my back would be killing me. I am since November, I've been maybe even October, I don't know, but somewhere in the fall, I have been an avid gym goer. So like I love to work on back, I love to work on legs, but a lot of those exercises that you have to do, your boobs be like tripping, and it's hard for you to really go full force, really go hard like you want to in the gym because of the pain that, your breast can cause you. And so for that very reason, it just was becoming too much for me. So anyway, so this was last year, mind you. I had reached out to my PCP, and he was like, no matter what you do, they're just gonna stick around because that's just the way that your body was made. So he referred me to a surgeon. And I waited to hear back from that surgeon, and come to find out, that surgeon didn't even take insurance. So I waited a whole year. So excuse me, it was actually year before last that I tried to do that. I waited a whole year, never heard anything. Come to find out, the reason that the surgeon never reached out to me was because they didn't take freaking insurance. So yeah. But how many of you know that it's all in God's timing? So anyway, so it worked out. I had a friend, and she referred me to the person that did her breast reduction, who, if you're in the Shreveport area, Dr. Paul Davis, he is amazing, guys. He did an amazing job, if I do say so myself, but he did an amazing job. So if you were looking for a great surgeon who takes insurance, I would reach out to him. But anyway, so she referred me to him after I had reached out to her, because I was just like, what am I gonna do? Who's taking my insurance? So anyway, so she referred me to him. I let my PCP know. He sent a letter to them. Boom, they said, well, he'll call you. So I waited like 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay, surely they should have called me. Like, I'm not going through this again. Like, these boobs will be gone this year. And that's what I was saying in 2017. And so, lo and behold, I called them, and the receptionist was like, yeah, no, like, you should have been called us. Like, we don't call you. So I'm just like, okay, great. Well, I'm calling. And so we set up my consultation. And I came in for the consultation in November of 2017. I can't even remember the date, but that's neither here nor there. So I went in for my consultation. He checked my breast out, looked at them, looked at the measurements from like my collarbone to how long they come down, just the density, everything. And he took a picture, and all that is to send to your insurance agency so that they can approve it or not. But Dr. Davis was telling me I'm a great candidate, so the insurance people should approve it. So that was November. It was not until, guys, I want to say either the end of December or early January. I don't want to lie. I think it was early January. I called them, because I had been calling, because they were saying, we should find out within, about 3 weeks. So after 3 weeks, y'all, I was calling them, which was like mid-December. And they were like, oh, it's, we still haven't heard anything. I'm just like, what is the hold up? But that's where patience kicks in. And so anyway, so finally, I called her. I called my surgeon's office again in the beginning of January, and she was like, did they call you? And I was like, no. And she said, okay, that's crazy, because I just got off the phone with them and they approved you. So I'm like, yes. So I was in Walmart whenever I had was talking to her. So I'm just like getting on my mama's nerves. I'm like, yes, God is good. Yo, girl, get a breast reduction. Breast reduction. So yeah, I was super excited. And so anyways, and be prepared, guys, because even though your insurance will pay for your breast reduction, you got to pay something. I mean, unless you just got amazing insurance, but I had to pay a deductible. It was a pretty stiff amount if you ain't just got it in the bank like that. But thank God for family members. Shout out to you guys. I love you so much for just coming together and helping your girl with that deductible, because it is insane. The insurance I have, and that's crazy, but I know like at the beginning of January, a lot of people's insurance went up, so mine was outrageous. But anyway, so yes, after getting the deductible together, we decided on the date of February 5th. And yes, so it was super exciting. So once we figured out a date, I came back in for a pre-op visit. My surgery was on a Monday. February 5th was on a Monday. I came in and had my pre-op the Monday before. Was it the Monday before? Yeah. Yes. I came in and had my pre-op the week before on that Monday. So the Monday before, I don't remember what date that was. But anyways, that doesn't matter. I'm rambling. But I came in the Monday before. He just, re-looked at my breast and everything. Told me that I needed to buy Hibiclens, which is basically like a body cleanser. It's supposed to just cleanse you of like any infection that your body could have. And so my doctor instructed me to use the Hibiclens the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the morning of my surgery, to wash this entire area, like my upper arms, my neck, chest, underneath the chest, just this whole area. So that was continued to I continued to wash every day as I was told. And another thing that he told me to do was he just pretty much during that visit, he pretty much warned me of, everything that was going to happen and what I could and could not do after the surgery. So, he just pretty much told me, like, after the surgery for at least 2 weeks, I wouldn't be able to lift my arms up, like, which I got fully released so I could flail my arms and do all that, but I could not lift my arms up, and really it would, even if you try, like, it's sore. And y'all, I was terrible. Like, I was just not following the rules. But anyways, he was just letting me know I'm not gonna be able to use my arms. I'm not gonna be able to go to the gym for 6 weeks. What else? He told me that I will need to get a sports bra, and you will need a really good sports bra that zips up in the front, or a surgical bra. I know some people's doctors told them that they could do surgical bras, but my doctor specifically wanted me to get a bra, a nice sturdy kind of compression like sports bra that zipped up in the front. But I didn't actually wear my bra until the 2nd week. But anyways, I'm jumping ahead. So yeah, he just kind of pretty much prepared me for what was going to happen on surgery day and after surgery. And then, of course, told me about the drains. So anyway, so that was that. That whole week leading up to my surgery day. Before this, guys, I was like so ready to get this surgery. And you guys know how when you want something so bad, you don't be thinking about like real life situations. Like, you just be like I'm ready. Like, when I was out, because I've struggled with having big breasts pretty much my whole life. Like, in middle school, I had huge breasts. I remember my freshman year of high school, I was friends with this girl, and I remember we were on the bus coming home, and she kind of was busty too, and we were just talking about like some real weird crap. Like I was like, girl, I just wish I could take a axe and chop these things off myself, like some real crazy stuff. But it was just the struggles of being like a 14-year-old with double D's. Like, that ain't cute. But anyway, that whole time, that week coming up, the nerves started to kick in, because before that I was just excited. I'm like, I'm ready to go under the knife. I don't care. But that week leading up to it, I was like talking to my cousin and my mom, and I'm just like, oh wait, I didn't think this through all the way. Like, I didn't think this through. Like, I'm about to be under the knife. Like, I could die. What if I was saying crazy stuff, y'all. I was like, what if I wake up in the middle of surgery, like those horror stories you hear on TV about how like people were in surgery and they wake up. Y'all know, have y'all ever heard those stories? Like, they wake up and the anesthesia wore off, and they like real deals wake up and feel everything while they cutting on you. Like, y'all, that's where my mind was. It was crazy. I had to really pray, because I got so nervous at one point. I'm like, I'm about to just back out and live with these horrendous sandbags for the rest of my life. And my cousin was just like, girl, no. You know how long you been wanting this? Like, no, like we all emotionally invested in this. Like, you going through with that surgery. So, and I'm glad that she did, because yeah, it was the best decision of my life. I would do it 100 times again. Prayerfully I don't have to, but I'm just saying I would, guys, because the results are amazing. But anyway, so on to surgery day. So surgery day comes, and I had to wake up super early because I had to be at the hospital at 5:45 in the morning. I think pretty much most surgeries like that are early. I don't know if you're in a different area or whatever. Maybe it was different for you, but I'm pretty sure like most, because it was just a day surgery. I was going to have the surgery. You know, they were going to wait, make sure everything was fine, and then I would be released to go home. So I think that, yeah, pretty much all like surgeries like that are during the day, like super early. So anyways, I got there at 5:45, and me and my mom, we went up to, you know, where we signed in and everything, and they told us to wait. And so they finally called me up, and I gave her all my information, and they take me to the back, and my mom had to stay out in the front. And I'm just like, oh God, this is real. Like this is for real. This is really going down. And my mom was like, you want to pray? And I'm like, well, let's just wait, because they told my mom that she could come back after they, like, you know, got me in my my little hospital gown and got my IV in and stuff. So I'm just like, when you come back there, let's pray then. Like, you know, I need that prayer to be right before. Like, I needed that prayer to be like right before. Okay, they were fixing to put me under. So she was like, okay. So she's like, love you, baby. I'm like, love you. This is for real. So I go back there, and the nurse is really nice, and she has a student nurse with her, and she's just like, is it okay if he comes in? And you know, part of me was nervous, and I don't know about y'all, but when I'm super nervous, I kind of get irritable. Like, I it's not a good thing, I'm just saying. And so like a part of me wants to be like, no, I don't want him in here looking at these sandbags, like and I'm already nervous. So I was just like, sure. You know, I needed to be as nice as possible, y'all, because I was going to get into them pearly gates if anything was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so she called me back there. She gave me my gown, and she told me to go and change it to my gown. They needed a urine sample, did that. And then they also had me clean this area, even though I had washed with the HIPAA that morning again, but they had wanted me to re-clean myself with this like wipe. I guess it's just like a disinfectant wipe for your skin. So I did that, and I came back out, and she was like, okay, so we're going to she went through all these questions like medical history for your family, you know, your parents, blah blah blah. So you go through all that, and then she was like, okay, I'm gonna do the IV. And y'all, I have not had an IV in since I had pneumonia when I was like in the 10th grade. So I don't even remember what it felt like. But I was like, looked at other people's breast reduction stories. And this one girl, which shout out to her, Gavin Taylor, the curvy cutie. She's awesome. You guys should subscribe to her. And also Natasha's channel too. You should subscribe to her channel as well. Both of them did awesome breast reduction stories, and they really, really honestly got me through the surgery. So and just got me through like the information I needed to know. So shout out to them. But yeah, her Gavin Taylor story, and her talking about like them struggling to get that IV in, I was freaking out. Okay, I was like, oh, help us, Father Jesus, help me. Like, you know, but it was crazy because the nurse, whenever they did my blood pressure, the nurse was telling me it was high, and she was like, do you have high blood pressure? I thought she said you didn't. I'm like, I really don't. And she's like, well, we take into consideration that you may be nervous. And I'm like, that's got to be what it is. That's it. So she was like, yeah, you're nervous. So before I even asked anything, she was just like, I'm gonna numb you before we put the IV in. So I was like, well, praise the Lord, saints. So So she numbed me. They tried to put it in my arm, but it just would not work for your girl. Like, I have no veins in my hands, and thank God. Like, and she was like, if this would have been if you would have had to stay here, I would have probably tried harder to find the vein. She was like, but since you'll get released today, it's fine. I'll just put it in your, this little forearm area, or the area in between your forearm and your arm. So that was great, because I know every time I have gotten blood drawn, that's exactly where they pull from. So her trying to pull out of my hand, I was just like, sister girl, but I let her go ahead and try. So when she gave me the numbing needle first and then put that IV in, I was like, yes girl, you are the MVP. Okay. So anyways, after she got the IV in, that's when they called my mom to come back there, and they gave her this little pager, which anywhere she went in the hospital, they could alert her and just come and give her updates. Like, my doctor would come out and say, hey, surgery's been over, it went well, she's doing okay, she's in recovery, that kind of thing. So that was awesome. So anyways, so they called her back, gave her little pager, and she comes back there and she's just so emotional. I'm just like, what happened? Like mama, really? Like, I'm freaking out already in my mind, y'all. I haven't cried, and I'm just like, I'm gonna be an OG. So I'm like, mama, really? Like, I need you to hold it together. But her and my sister were talking about like some episode of This Is Us. I don't watch it, but anyways, talking about the latest episode of This Is Us, and it had gotten her emotional. So she's like, can I pray with my baby? Because the nurse was like letting her know, hey, you just can come say bye, love you for a quick second, then we rolling her back. And so she's like, well, can I pray? And I'm thinking, yeah, we gonna have some prayer up in here today. So but anyways, the nurse is like, that's fine, great. And so they her and the student nurse were sitting there, and my mom's like, Lord. And she's getting so emotional. I'm just like, what's happening? And then she starts crying, and I'm thinking, this is real, Lord. Like, this is real. So y'all, I still held it together. I did not cry, even though my mama was crying. I was like, hold it together, Thierza. You gotta be strong. So anyway, she prayed for me. We kissed each other, told each other we loved, each other, and they wheeled me on out. And so the next thing you know, they wheeled me. Why I keep wanting to say roll? That is not, they rolled me. They wheeled me into the recovery area, which would be the same area I would come back to once surgery was over. But they brought me there so that my doctor, Dr. Davis, could put my markings on, and that kind of thing. You know how they do the markings, the black marker, and blah blah blah. So anyways, and guys, I'm so sorry when I tell you I intended to vlog like at the hospital, and I actually have footage from when I was at home the night before surgery and the morning of, but I feel like it's pointless to show you guys since I didn't get any hospital footage, and I got no hospital footage because it went by so fast. Like, I had no time, so I apologize for that. But in the thumbnail you'll see that horrendous picture of me, so I wanted to kind of give you some, so I really did have the surgery, and then the before and after pictures. But anyway, so yeah, so after my doctor came in, it took him a while, and guys, I was so sleepy because I did not go to sleep until after midnight, and I had to be up at, like I said, 4:20 to get to the hospital on time. So I was so tired, like waiting on him. He took forever, and so what felt like forever. So I fell asleep, and then the next thing you know, I woke up and he was like, hey, how you doing? So he did my markings, and mind you guys, I told you I had a FNG, a free nipple graft, and he had told me too, that was something I forgot to tell you guys, but he told me whenever I had my consultation, and again in my pre-op visit, that with the free nipple graft, your sensitivity is likely to not come back, and you won't be able to breastfeed because you won't have milk. Well, how many of you know that my God is a miracle worker? And so I'm already feeling little twings, if that makes sense. Like I don't know if it's the nerves reattaching themselves, but I already feel like in my, like everywhere, but especially y'all, I'll just get these jolts of like a surge of pain in my nipple, and I'm just like, ooh. But that's a good thing, because that means that the nerves are reattaching themselves. And I had read up on a lot of things. I ended up finding out that my aunt had a breast reduction surgery on my dad's side, and then like other people that had to have what I had, a free nipple graft, it totally removed, and they had, and that option is if you have really large breasts. So you know, take courage in the fact that if you're not that heavy, you probably won't be able to have it. And every surgeon tries their best not to have to do it unless it's absolutely necessary, because too, that measurement from your collarbone to how long they are too measures, to plays a part in if you have to get the FNG. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm just excited, guys, because I know that God's gonna heal my breast and I'll get my sensitivity back, and I'm even crazy enough to believe him for my milk coming back too. So that'll be a testimony Tuesday video I have to put up when he do that for me. But anyways, so back to what I was saying. So I was kind of just begging him too while he was doing the markers. I'm like, Dr. Davis, are you sure that you just can't save my nipple? Like, you show you guys to detach that thing. And he was like, I'll try my best, but I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna have to do. So anyway, so he finishes that, guys, and he tells me that it'll be just a little bit longer and they're gonna wheel me back into surgery. So he leaves out and I go right back to sleep because I am like super sleepy and delirious. And the next thing I know, I wake back up, they're wheeling me back into the surgery room. And at this point, y'all, I'm so nervous. And I forgot to tell you guys, before Dr. Davis came in and before I went to sleep, I ended up shedding some tears. It wasn't too many, but I did shed some tears. I started thinking about my mom and how she had just cried while praying for me, and just started thinking about, like, this is real. I've never before that day had I ever had a surgery. I've never had, and knock on wood, like, never had to have anything due to any health problems. So this was like my first major thing and surgery. So it was real deal, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks, and so I shed some tears. But anyways, so back to being rolled into surgery. So they wheeled me into the surgery room. And y'all, I promise you, I feel like they gave me some anesthesia already, but they didn't. But I feel like they did because it was because I was so sleepy. But I'm just like this, like I don't even remember how I got on the surgery table. Like, I want to say that they helped me, but then a part of me want to say that I scooted over there by myself. I really don't remember, y'all. So yeah, so they finally got me aroused, got my clothes on, and I was just like, Mom, I need to lay down for like 10 more seconds, okay? So I lay back down on the hospital bed, and guys, the next thing you know, I am like doing this thing, like you would have thought I was gasping for air, like I was dying. Well, technically I was gasping for air, but you would have thought I was dying, and my mom was freaking out because she's like, what's happening? And in my mind, I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying. But like, I was doing like this, and anyways, come to find out, I was trying to throw up. So yeah, my body was trying to kick the anesthesia out, guys, and that was the first of about 8 times that I had threw up that day. I threw up from that first time there until we got home, like late, until around 7 p.m. was the last time I threw up from that day. So it was terrible. I threw up and it was disgusting. It was like the Coke and the apple juice, and that was pretty much it because I couldn't eat anything else. I hadn't eaten anything, because you had to fast before the surgery. So it was just all those liquids, and it was disgusting. And so then, we were both relieved when we figured out that was what the issue was, because I'm like, I'm dying here. Somebody come and save me. But so my mom got me up and we went to the restroom, and I continued to throw up. And it was just terrible. But it was normal. The nurse told me that was to be expected since it was the first time I had ever had surgery and had anesthesia. A lot of people react that way. I feel like I was throwing up crazy, y'all. Like, it was ridiculous. Like at 7 o'clock when I had finally put something in my body, which was just like soup, and it came up, and I kept doing it. Like there was nothing else to pull from my body, but my body was still trying to throw up. I felt like, okay, I might be a rare case here. So yeah, prayerfully I never have to deal with anesthesia again, because that was absolutely insane. But anyway, so after that throw up session, I finally came to like 20 minutes later, and we were good to go home. I threw up again in the car. We went to Jason's Deli to get some. My mom wanted to give me some soup and, you know, get her some food. The crackers that came in the bag, I was starving because I hadn't eaten anything, and then the liquids that I had, you know, had in my body, they were gone from me throwing them up. So my mom's like, well, here, you want some crackers? So I'm trying to eat the crackers, threw those up. So anyways, it was a hot mess of a ride home. But one thing that I took away from people who that I watched, they said make sure you have blankets and pillows in the car, because those bumps are gonna be crazy. And so you know, sure enough, we had pillows and we had blankets on deck, so that part wasn't as bad. Like, my mom had propped the blankets up under my arms, and we had the pillows separating the seat belt, you know, between me and the seat belt, and so it was pretty comfortable in that aspect. Just the continuous throwing up was ridiculous. Like, I was so over it. But anyways, so at this point, guys, I still have not really like just acknowledged my chest because of the throwing up and just everything being a hot mess. So anyways, we get home, and of course I'm wrapped up in, you know, bandages, and I have to go to the bathroom. Oh, and I do have drains in as well. Yes, I had to have drains, which are just these little cups that are attached to a cord, or a what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? I'm having brain freeze. They're attached to a tube, a skinny tube that runs up into your breast. There's a hole you know, on the sides of your breast, and it's in there, and so all the blood's draining out into there. Yeah, nasty. But anyways, and my mom had to change those every day until they were pulled out. Yeah, so anyways, and I have a notebook and a pen here because I'm just trying to keep track so I don't get too far off subject, because I think I might have to do a part 2 to this because it might be too long, and the fact that my phone keeps acting a fool. But anyways, or I can just do a Q&A, and you guys can just ask me what I left out or what I may have forgotten in this video. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So anyways, we got home, and I went to the restroom and I saw the drains, and that was pretty creepy. My mom had to change those out. So you have to change those out twice a day. So if you do it at 9 a.m., you want to change them again at 9 p.m. and, you know, the same, you know, and then again. So it's just a overall cycle, and you have to do that every day until they come out, because and you have to monitor how much is coming into the tube, and I guess that's just for, like, you know, retaining fluid purposes, or making sure there's no, you know, issues. You know, you want the blood to come out, so that it's not swelling, and it's not just getting stuck up in your breast, and then your breasts are swollen and huge. So they weren't too bad. There were some times where because I had to sleep on the couch in the recliner. But we have a couch that has a recliner on both ends, so that's where I slept, lay back on the recliner. And there were times when one of those bad boys would get stuck, like, kind of up underneath something on the couch, like, you know, the little armrest or something, and I'd go to lift up, and that sucker would be like, and I'll feel it at the top, and I'm just like, ow. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. The most annoying thing was just when I had to, like, go to my doctor's appointments, or just underneath my pajamas. I had to have button down pajamas, of course, and all button down clothes for the first week and a half. But that was the most annoying thing, just having them poking out underneath your clothes, and people are just like, oh, she's bad built, you know, because you got this small chest and then wide waist. But yeah, that was fun. So I was happy to get those out. And what ended up happening was they were only supposed to be in for a week, really. So that Friday after my surgery, we had the post-op visit, and what happened was one of the drains, my mom didn't realize wasn't draining properly, and she really wasn't told the correct way to do them. So yeah, my right drain had kind of got backed up, so I ended up having to keep them over the weekend, and I didn't get them taken out until the next Tuesday after that. So yeah, that was fun having them for longer than expected, but you know, better to be safe than sorry, and just to make sure that all the, you know, blood that needs to come out came out. So yeah, so they got that out, and I'm trying to think what else do I want to tell you guys, because I don't want to go pretty much past that. Like right now I'm at the 2-week mark pretty much. Well, it's a little over 2 weeks and 4 days, but you know, I'm just trying to stay in this range of now and then before. And then if you guys would like another video just kind of to continue on, like if I do a month, you know, update, and then a 6-month update, or 3-month, 6-month, that kind of thing, and then a year, if that's something you guys are interested in, I'll do it. But I'm trying to just stay kind of basically in this block of surgery day and, you know, before surgery up until now. So anyways, so yeah, but overall I will give my surgery a 10 out of 10. My pain levels were maybe an 8 out of 10. I would say I did pretty good. Like I wasn't very needy, I don't think. We gotta ask my mama, because she waited on me. Thank you, mama, shout out to you. She waited on me, and you know, just stayed home with me and made sure, you know, that I was okay, you know, made my food, and took me to the bathroom, did my drains. So I don't think I was that needy, but there were times when the pain would get kind of like a little bit like, ooh, I feel that. So she would have to give me my pain pills. But I haven't had a pain pill since like last week. I even went out of town with my drain. Right after I got the drains out on Tuesday, I went out of town that Tuesday to Alabama, and I did really well. I had minimal pain. I only took my pain pills once, or I might have taken them twice, but it was really awkward, y'all, trying to sleep in the bed, and then my mama was in the bed together, and so she's laying down and I'm sitting up, and I'm just like this is how it ended up. Like I was like this by the time I woke up, because it was just a hot mess. But it wasn't that bad. But so yeah, I think that's the last time I took a pain pill was in Alabama. So I have some left, which is a good thing. I think it's always good when you have some pain pills left over. That means you're kind of an OG, right? You know, you ain't have to use all of them up. But yeah, so, and then with the nipple graft, that's what I was going to tell you guys. So with the nipple graft, which I didn't know at that point either if I had gotten the nipple graft, because, you know, like I said, the last thing I remember talking to the doctor about was the fact that he would try his best not to have to do it. So when I went to the Friday appointment, the post-op appointment, that's when he told me that he did have to do the nipple graft, and I didn't get to see my breast then. I didn't even want to look. I was nervous. So he pretty much, when I came to that post-op visit, he was just telling me everything looked great. You know, we wanted to keep moisturization, you know, the ointment on the nipple, and then a non-adhesive pad on the nipple, and then wrap it up in the gauze. So yeah, that went pretty well. Let's see, I'm trying to remember, guys. I don't want to leave anything else out. I will tell you this. So as of now, I'm almost completely healed. Like I said, my doctor said I can go back to normal activity with my arms and stuff. I still can't go to the gym, and I need to still kind of be careful with, you know, just like I can walk, exercise, but not going overboard, because, you know, getting your heart rate up and stuff like that cannot be good sometimes. And I have to keep this sports bra on at night. It's so uncomfortable, y'all, because when I had big breasts, I was a free agent at night. Do you hear me? I did not sleep with a bra on. So that just takes getting used to, but because they're so much smaller, it's not that bad. It's just the uncomfortableness of the compression of the sports bra, I think, at night. And then there's still like the incisions kind of have a little bit of pain, not bad pain, but just, you know, a little. So when I sleep at night, it's kind of sore, and I have to kind of just tweak myself into a position, and once I lay on that side for a while, the pain goes away. But yeah, it's something getting back into the swing of things. But like I said, I'm so grateful for this surgery. I would do it again and again. Oh, I don't think I told you guys the most important thing. I went from a G cup I was a G cup, and now I am a D cup. And there's actually room in my, I can't show you guys, but there's actually room in this bra. So yeah, that's really cool, and I think there might still be minimal swelling. So he told me that my breast would probably be a large C or a small D, and I'm really happy with these. If they stay at this small D, that's perfect with me. But I don't know, I'm thinking after the swelling goes down, if there is still any like minimal swelling left, I could very well fit into a large C. But I'm excited. I'm happy about it, guys. The G was just not for me. Okay, I know some people love their big breast. I just wasn't one of them. I had lived with them for long enough, and your girl was ready for a change. Okay, so yeah, I'm so excited about it. I can't wait until I'm fully healed. I can wear like regular clothes again. I can pull shirts over my head. I can, like I said, sleep in the bed again, you know, that kind of thing. But I can't wait till I'm just fully healed. They're really pretty. I'm not gonna show you. I struggled with that. I was like, am I gonna show them and just cover the nipple? But I'm too modest, guys. I'm sorry, I can't do it. But yeah, they're really pretty. With the nipple graft, I will say this too, for anybody going through the nipple graft as well, that's going through the free nipple graft. So my sensitivity, like I told you before, I feel twinges and twangs of seeming like my nerves are wanting to come back, but I don't feel anything on the nipple part, like I'm touching it. But yeah, I feel everything like around it, but not the actual nipple itself. So but again, I know it's gonna come back, so I ain't tripping. But another thing with that the doctor told me, and it has started to happen, is with the free nipple graft, because it is basically a graft that it would turn gradually pink, and then your color comes back, and that's exactly what's happening now with the ointment and the pads that you put on, which even after the doctor you know, used his own ointment and pads, they're gonna tell you to buy your own pads and ointment, like Neosporin or something, you know, any kind of like healing and disinfectant ointment. You have to keep doing those when you get out the shower. And that's another thing, guys, I can take normal showers again. But yeah, after you get out the shower, you want to keep them moisturized and the pads on. But I noticed that like when I took the pads off, especially in Alabama, that's when they first started to peel. I just noticed the nipple started to lose color, and it was going pink, and I was just like, ooh, it's so ugly. So, but that's the only ugly thing right now, but once the color comes back, they will be perfect. I love them so much. But anyways, guys, I'm just trying to make sure that I touched base on everything that I was supposed to. Overall, like I said, I loved my surgery. I would do it again and again and again if I had to. It's so worth it. If you've struggled with big breasts all your life like I have, it's so worth it, guys. Like the pain, the drains if you have to have them, even the nipple graft, and you know, there being a possible chance that you're not getting sensitivity back, it's all worth it for me. But to each his own. I hope this story, this breast reduction story, was helpful. If you have any questions, please put them in the description box below. If I forgot anything, because with my phone down, it just threw me off. But just anything you want to ask me, just put it in the comments below and I will respond. I hope this isn't too all over the place. I hope I did a good job with the story. Yeah, so I'm trying to think and make sure before I let you guys go. I guess that's it. Shout out to everybody that helped me though, just, you know, before my surgery, in any way, whether it was advice, just a blessing, just anything. Shout out to you guys and my mom. So yeah, I'm so grateful. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I hope this was very informational. Like I said, it threw me off so much when my phone died, but I hope it did pretty good. I hope it was all right. So anyways, if you have any questions, please remember always to put them in the comment section below and I will answer them. If you have any video ideas you would like to see, let me know. I'm thinking about doing singing Saturdays, so I'll put up a singing video every Saturday doing just a cover of a certain song. If there's any recommendations you'd like, any requests on a song you'd like to hear, make sure you put that in the comment section below. But anyways, guys, yes, follow me on Snapchat, follow me on Instagram, LOVETEEANN, and I will make sure that, you know, I stay in constant communication with you guys. Subscribe to this channel if you have not already, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.